Chosen ones, somebody lied to you. You have gold in your mind. Your thoughts are worth more than gold. Chosen ones. It's about that time that you start valuing what you think versus what you've been told. Now I'm not gonna lie. There's a time and a place to shut up and listen. But if you're just gonna sit there and take in everything and never allow yourself experiments or exploring life for your own two eyes, then you're mighty, mighty foolish. And I'm not saying because there's seasons where I believe that we should just shut up. But I do believe that there's also seasons of travel. There's seasons of just, growth and development. And I think that sometimes we get so caught up in thinking we know something. And then also we get so caught up in thinking we don't know something. I believe that just because you're of, I don't want to say that, but I believe that we are scientists. We are everything. And all too often we're settling for what people have told us we are. And we're settling for what, just like I said, just in general, like, you know what I'm saying? It don't even got to be as big as I'm talking right now. It could also be just small things like we are the experiment. And a lot of people take that and they get mad. Well, I'm an experiment. What am I, a lab rat? Da, 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 da. I mean, what's the difference between you and a lab rat? You telling me that life of the lab rat is not as special as your life? Equal. You feel me? Every life is nothing more, nothing less than a life. Because if you were a rat, you would not say ill to yourself, right? You would not say ill to yourself. You would say, I still love myself. So every organism, from a leech, from a caterpillar to an orange to everybody loves themselves. So if everybody loves themselves, you're instinctively going to get abused every time you're dependent on another person. Every time you say, what I feel don't matter, you lose. Every time you say, what I feel matters. And when I say win is subjective because if something happens to you, you don't want to happen. Is it a loss? Maybe, maybe not. It's up in the air at all times. So like we seek comfort and that be our downfall all the time, bro. You seek comfort and it automatically leads to pain, to something you don't want or dis-ease or something in the future gonna come out of that moment where you settle. Because life has a crafty way, like it just has a way. That's why when you stay grinding and keep pushing, even when you can't see the outcomes, it's like the outcome is income. Because guess what? The universe is going to repay you for being able to have faith. That's having faith means you believe in what you can't see. Why do we get rewarded for believing in what we can't see? Chosen ones, just a lot of unanswered questions, and we could do this all night, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just saying, start being your own journeyer, your own voyager, your own traveler. I'm saying, even when it comes to like being in the house, you're in the house, nobody's home, you're alone. What you gonna do with that? Like it's 24 hours in every day, but people wake up every day and they already make up in their mind that today gonna be like yesterday. But that's not their fault. That's how they feel internally. That's how their heart is set up on that. Their heart is already set up on nothing new, nothing fresh, nothing novel about to come out of this new day. Because they never ever take a moment and say, I'm about to really just make sure I'm about to manifest it. I'm about to put my heart on it. I'm about to make sure that today is beautiful or something different. Even if it get ugly, it's still beautiful. If it rains, it's still beautiful. The other day I went to sleep to noises, on the phone, like the noise reductor noises. Cause I don't want nobody walking past my door yelling and wake me up out my sleep. But one of them ended and it went to the next one, and the next noise reductor was the rain. And I said, man, when I was younger, my mom used to have this thing in the room, and we used to go to sleep, and it used to, because I used to sleep in the bed with my mom, and my sister used to have the other room. And then it was rain. It was rain. Noises, and it was just different types of, like, she had a collection of different ones. But the rain one, I noticed, like, my mom brought that into the environment. Because before that, it was just, well, I'm just about to go to sleep. Da, 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 da. I didn't even know you could go to sleep with rain noises. It wasn't even a thought, whatever. But the other day I did it, and I woke up to it, and you can't help family, but when you wake up, but to notice, like, hey, I just got some good sleep or some different sleep, which is technically good, like I said, because life is about changing movements. It's about movement. See, when something stops moving, it starts dying immediately. Every organ in your body, that's why you exercise. You know what I'm saying? You want to get that movement because now it's like, okay, it's like almost like every cell in your body starts lighting up and waking up. What's that noise? What's that noise? Because you already woke up today thinking that today is not going to be great. You already woke up today and you started to go into patterns of not even yesterday, but the last couple of months. And you're trying to figure out how to ascend and do better, but you're not doing anything and you're not even experimenting and trying different avenues. Because when I'm hitting a pinata, I am hitting the same spot. I am hitting the same spot. I am hitting the same spot. Because frequency is gonna break that thing open. Right? So it's like a uh, simultaneous thing because I know that my consistency works, but I also found that my consistency fails. Because in the same token, hey, I keep flirting with this girl. She not giving me that time, but I know I'm starting to crack. She's starting to crack. She's starting to like me. But guess what? I'm still about to go talk to this other girl. Don't mean that, hey, because I know how to manage my time. So I'm gonna come back and keep talking to Shorty right here, but I gotta go over here because guess what? If I be too consistent and if I keep being too much of this one thing, then a part of me is dying or being sacrificed because I'm no longer enjoying the whole. I'm just over here flirting with this one girl, and then what ends up happening is that girl ends up and she starts getting tired of me because she's like, okay, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna text me, then I'm gonna see him, he's gonna give me a hug, and then we're gonna da 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 da. We're gonna go talking da 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 da. And so, frequency could be a good or bad. Don't get it twisted, because it be them times where you do something new that you really say to yourself, "Wow, I'm more alive in this newness." I'm more untrapped. I'm more happy. I'm more free. So it becomes a question of what can I endure? You got to know thyself, family, to even answer that. What can I endure? What can't I endure? See, that's another thing. Am I going to go talk to a girlfriend if she's out of a girl, if she's uh, out of my league on certain levels? Now, obviously, a man should never feel that way, for real, for real. But I'm saying, like, sometimes that'd be the case. You ain't got no money, can't even take her to get a coffee. That's one of them rare situations, but it happens. Or You gotta use what God put in around you, is what I'm trying to say, in many different ways. You got one person who says, I need a new camera before I start vlogging because I don't want my videos to look like his or hers. A real person who knows, like, man, am I gonna wait? Am I really gonna wait till I get that new beat making machine for me to start producing? Or am I gonna start using my noggin and start figuring little things out ahead of time? Because I wanna be as cold and calculated and prepared as I could ever be when a situation comes my way. This is why people be losing, because they be waiting. They're not assertive. They're not they're not dominant. You gonna wait for that girl to give you a choosing signal and wink her eye at you before you pursue and start talking to her. Now, one token, like I said, that can be used as good because you're being different and you're not being thirsty. But then on one other token, you're missing out on a lot because what you're doing is you're waiting for life to happen to you versus you being more dominant. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, I seen you over there. You look nice. All right, I'm out. Period. That guy gonna get way more of her attention than that guy because she like both now. Now she like the guy who didn't do nothing still, or I can't say she like him. She thinks she like him because the image, but she more so like the way that guy was being a man and just facing fear or facing the current. I can't call it fear, but facing the current, going in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? That is beautiful. That's exciting. People like that. People like excitement. People like difference. People like, you know what I'm saying? They don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Too nice, too. Right? They like the difference. They like the splish splash, the paint splashing everywhere. They like the excitement. They like the drama. They like the you know what I'm saying? The soap opera. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this guy's aggressive. He gonna make me cry and then he gonna come back and then he gonna make me laugh. But then you got this guy over here standing there like this in a single file line, waiting for her to make a choosing signal. Oh, she finally stared at me 5 times. Now I'm about to finally go talk. Or this job ain't hiring. I could use it against myself. The way my mind is. Jobs ain't hiring. I'm about to just kind of sit still and just wait. Like, because we could find little traces of this timidity in a lot of different sectors of life. This is why it eats away at everybody. Because everybody got that one thing in their life that they don't want to do. And if you find that one thing, you can bully the hell out of somebody. Or you can pull them through the mud and just be a total narcissist. Because you know what they don't want to do. You know what they don't want to face. Simple. That's it. That's the bullying 101. Your life becomes in my hands the second I know what you don't want to do. Um, this is simple stuff. Uh, it's toxic, but what ain't toxic? Like what ain't toxic? What don't have a trace of some bad in it? Like nothing's really 100% pure, right? Right? Like, um, and this is what makes life so much of a inevitable, right? And it's an inevitable thing because, like, only time you really be changing your life is when you really be changing your life. You know what I'm saying? You really be active. You really actively changing your life. You gotta be 101. You gotta really be changing your life. You gotta really be changing the trajectory of your life. You got to be able to spot your issues before the enemy spots your issues and be already 50% done with it. By the time they look up and see what your issue is, you got to be 50% done working on the issue, or 100. You got to be crazy. People got to be like, yo, we couldn't do nothing with him. He was too crazy. We couldn't stop him. He was too crazy. He was built for the thing we was trying to put on him. He was built for it. I put a curse on him. He was built to break curses. You gotta really be that guy. You gotta really be that woman. Whatever it is, you gotta really be it. You have to dominate your enemies. Because they really snakes. They really waiting for you to get comfortable for them to bite you. Literally. Hating on you. Literally. They trying to graduate you in the school of hatred. They trying to show you what hate look like so you can start to they want to make their poison your poison. They want to inject the venom in you and make you never to be the same, never to be as pure as you used to be. I want to show you what evil look like. I never want you to look back from me and be like, oh, it was just another nobody. They want to elevate in evil. This is why you have to be a straight up menace when it comes to your success, chosen ones. You have to be a straight up God body. You have to be a straight up, you have to be just, you have to be so driven. And you have to master drive. You have to master drive. Like you have to master. You cannot let nobody think they could play with you. Because they're going to try to play. Hey, life is chess. I'm trying to get you on the second move. I'm trying to get you on the second move. If I don't get you on the second move, I don't feel like I'm playing my best. I'm going to have an internal boxing match with myself. What is you doing, bro? You soft. You ain't get this. I don't care if it's the best chess player in the world. You better get them on the second move. And when I say get them on the second move, that first move was a setup. That second move was a setup. And then the probability of them falling into the trap has to be so high. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to play with nobody. See, chosen ones, when it comes to being better in life, there's always competitors on planet Earth. Always. Like always. And the respect come through the greatness of you. It don't matter where we turn this game to, it's going to be in the greatness of you. I don't care how mad your enemies get, they're going to respect that you great. And I'm not talking Kobe great. I'm talking Michael Jordan great. Because I noticed there's two different types of great. There's the great that people love and respect and will always love and respect. And then there's the great that's just evidently like this person is unmovable in greatness. Like Kobe's great to me, but Michael Jordan was really great to me. Some people will argue one was better than Kobe, but Kobe was better. But I just think Jordan was more stable minded. And I'm talking personality too. I'm talking just whole as a person. Like it's debatable, but I'm just saying I want to be so great. Like it's just not even fair. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Chosen ones, I want to be that great. I want to be that great. But even when you're that great, people still don't care. You will never get the validation. You will never get the validation. So if you're going to be great at anything, be great at that first. Be great at destroying validation. That's the first task for many people, chosen ones. The test of validation. That's the first task. Go left when they go right. Go right when they go left. I don't want to be like you. Everybody looks up to somebody at some point and they get their game and knowledge or whatever. Cause you can't get on a level that you ain't never been on if you don't like connect to them people. Like, but even then, you wanna just be different. Like, no matter where you go, what you do, we always want to be different. Because to be different is to be solo. To be soul means to be one, to be whole, soul whole. You know what I'm saying? It's just to be whole, like to be who I am, and that's going to break the algorithm. Everybody wants to wrestle the chosen one. This is a tough life. When you roll over every time, somebody always want to challenge you. Everybody want to debate. Everybody want to pose an argument. Everybody want to be, you know what I'm saying? It's like, how chosen ones can't you be driven at this point? When you know that there's people out here who literally are hating on you. Your drive should be at an 80, 90. If we are creative players and we are in a game right now, your drive should be 80, 90. Every time you touch the ball, you driving it to the basket. And it should be at an 80, 90, meaning that your defenders can't really stop it ever. Because that's how you playing. I remember I was playing basketball with my cousin a minute ago. Like, I was like sixth grade. I was in middle school. And we huddled up. Me, my cousin, and another player. And my cousin was like, he was short too. And he was older, my older cousin, but he was short. But he still had, you could tell he had the little man syndrome, like, from when he was growing up. He was like, yo, you know how we about to win? And we was like, how? He was like, because you going to go this way, you going to go that way, I'm going to go this way, then I'm going to drive to the middle, and if they come up, I'm going to pass it. He said, you know how we going to win? We was like, how? He was like, we going to win because they don't even know how hard we about to go. And I remember, I think I told a female this before, my cousin said this, but it just stuck with me, like, because he had a general, like, mindset. And it was spiritual when he said that part of it, because it was like, that is the reason why we're going to win. There's no other way he could have put that to make us work harder, but he framed it in a way where it was like, you know what I'm saying? You know why we about to win? Because they don't even know how hard we about to go. And it just resonated because it was true. You can't just beat your opponents off of a plan. I mean, sometimes you can, but the real opponents, the ones that really, you gotta affect them by spirituality. You gotta affect them by force. It gotta be by how powerful that you about to play, how hard you about to go. Like he said, we about to win because they don't even know how hard we about to go. And it was true because they didn't know we had a plan, a real drawn up plan. They didn't know how hard we about to go with the plan. But it was the how hard we about to go with the plan that actually made it make sense. It was like the peanut butter on the jelly. Like it was the thing I needed to hear. And it be like that. I seen it time and time again when I was younger. Physics got to do it. The most forceful one is gonna, if this hand is physics, if this hand is more forceful than this hand, then this is the hand that's gonna overpower the hand. It's simple, but it's like If someone don't know how hard you about to go, they're not ready for how hard you about to go. And if they're not ready, then there's no way to prepare for that. It's impossible. So you have to actually, chosen ones, you have to actually gain that first, that plan. You have to produce the plan in such a way where the plan is packed with power and force. And then you have to catapult the plan, rehearse it over and over. You get it perfect, because the more perfect it is, the more clean it is, the more it's just gonna work. Because they don't know how hard we about to go. They think it's play. Most of y'all family members and frenemies and family pretenders think that it's for play. They think that everything all your life is going to be shammed. They think everything about you, everything you do is just not the right thing. This is why they keep challenging you, playing with you. Cause they think that you the little dog, the underdog. But the underdog can finally stand over the rest of the dogs when you think like this. Because you might have been an underdog in the physical realm. You might have been an underdog in the emotional realm. You might have been under more pressure. Like I said, more force. Because we also didn't know how hard our enemies was about to go. So at the end of the day, that teaches a lesson to know that you don't know how hard your enemies could play. And they are very crafty and witty with what they like to do. And so that just teaches you to prepare for multiple layers of things that can happen in a situation. And nothing's harder than to do that, because you don't know what you don't know. You don't know where people is just doing what and what's, and, you just don't be knowing stuff. You just don't be knowing stuff. But don't let that create fear, because it doesn't matter, because we have instincts. Fear does not matter when you understand yourself. Your emotions don't matter, because you don't let that create anxiety. Because why would I have anxiety when all I have is opportunity? Me not knowing something is opportunity to learn it. Simple. If I could think it, if I could accept that I don't know, then it's more likely that I can catch on to what might take place in a situation. Fear is a waste of time. Fear is a waste of time. Anxiety, fear, doubt, waste of time. It's all promoting your inactivity. See, when we were young, we used to run around, and a lot of that was mindless behavior. We're not thinking, we're running around. So, of course, when my cousin said something like they don't know how hard we about to go, it was so much of a battery in my back, because I was not thinking that much. I was more relaxed in my thoughts. But when he said that, it was nothing but a battery, an energizer. You need energy, but you need to strategize, or whatever you say, strategicalize, whatever. You need to use strategy. I believe the strategies do more strategizing than to do more energy. But I believe that your energy should be on the table. You gotta bring your energy to the game. You gotta bring your energy to the game. You gotta bring your energy to the game, but you also bring your attitude, and you bring your mindset. Your mindset is the thing that your mind can help you to be able to be very witty, very charismatic, very funny, very just outlandish, but still landing when you need to land. It's all up here, mindset. The game is all in the mind. When my cousin said they don't know how hard we about to get, he was basically cold reading their mind, saying, "How you know that, cousin? How you know they don't know how hard we about to go?" I didn't ask that because I knew that we had a mission and we had to go do what we had to do. And when we pushed forward, they really didn't know. The game, we won, I think, that game, and it was over. You know, it was the final bucket. We won because they just didn't know. They just didn't know the energy that we was coming with. Sometimes that's all it'd be. It'd be lack of energy. You know, you was playing the game with a lack of energy. And 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 self-love. Like I said, the mind and the energy equals the self-love. Because you're putting your mind where it needs to be put and you're putting the energy behind it, and it's self-love. People want to feel where you're coming from. They want to feel the energy. They want to feel the love. But most importantly, you need to love yourself for people to respect you. Stop playing with you. Stop playing with me. Yo, I forgot who it was when I was younger. They said somebody, I think of my father, he was like, somebody try to bully you or something. It's like just punch them in their face and say, "Stop playing with me." It was the energy in it, right? It was the message that's gonna mess them up more than the actual punch. Like the punch is gonna hit you, but when I say the word "stop playing with me," you're gonna know exactly where I'm coming from, and it's gonna be unquestionable whether you want to go and do it again. I'm just saying, family. It's the energy. It's the message. It's the message. It's the holistic. It's the whole. That's very holy, very full, very complete. Aggregate. Aggregate means totality. It's the totality. Everything is not so simple. It's the totality of it. I told you I love you, but did I make you feel like I love you? People be saying these women be easy. They only be easy because most of the guys is not moving in totality. So the guy who's moving with totality is gonna be easier for him because nobody else doing it. Everybody just thinking, "Oh, can I get your number? Can I get your number? Can I get your number?" She's like, these guys is not really moving me the way they used to back when we was in 2007 with all the love songs, the R&B. It was the whole package, right? How you make them feel. When you go into a job interview, it's how you make that person feel. Shake their hand, look them in the eye. Not very nice to meet you. Just the totality, answering all the right questions, knowing when not to answer a trick question, right? It's perfection. You know what I'm saying? And no, we're not perfect, but guess what? We can aim for perfection. This is what all the hate be about. The hate be, nah, I don't want the chosen one to learn how to perfect anything because if they look good, I look bad. And it's true. Because guess what? It might just be your time to shine sometime. And it may just be their time to burn out. People be mad at that. They be mad at that and stuff like that. A lot of people, they do things and they really be trying to aim for the worst. They really be trying to aim for the worst. And if you knew half the stuff people did, you would actually develop hatred. I honestly believe this is why God don't be even letting us know everything. Because if you really knew exactly and everything that people tried to do to you, you probably would be angry at these people. But God said they do not know what they doing. So if they don't know what they're doing, I can't let you see what they're doing, because if you see it, you're gonna judge it, and they didn't even mean to do it because they was blinded. If I'm living in filth and this is my standard to live in filth, and I come shake your hand, you might think to yourself, this person might not be clean, but I'm clean to me. So to me, it's my standard. So technically, you got to take what I give you if you want to shake my hand. You go to a Burger King, the standard is to wear gloves, but the person who made your food didn't wear gloves that day. But you just don't know. But you still ate the food because what you didn't know didn't hurt. But at the end of the day, chosen ones, the key in all of that is that I forgot what I was saying. This was a point I was trying to drive with y'all. But the bottom line, chosen ones, is that everybody's different. And you don't know things. You don't know things. Now, I really forgot. I be so mad when I forget what I was trying to say. It's like the more I try to act like it don't matter, it just goes further away from me. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe on this video. But yeah, it's the energy, man. It's everything. The total package. Why you think people trying to hold you back? Because they know you great, but they know that if they don't know, or they new to their greatness, or just arising to their greatness just now, I'm going to do more things and come with a heavier load of BS so that they can stop that. Because if they keep pushing towards the mark the way I hope they don't, you'll be surprised the amount of people who is like that literally trying to make a life out of your failure. Literally trying to live on the mountain of your failures with their feet up. Because if you grow, if you get $1 million crib, if you get a new car, a new whip, no keys, if you get a brand new everything, guess what? Your enemies are gonna say, this is crazy. I literally had people in my face say, wouldn't it be crazy if he just did this, did that? In my face, right up in my face. Like, I can't read hate. But I'm like, how is that crazy? I'm supposed to win. I think I make I think I make them mad. Like, I think I really do, because the way I say stuff is just like, man, he really is kicking us right now. But no, I'm telling you, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop. Because I've been great. Just because I dropped the ball at a certain point in my life, you tried to live in my failures? Are you crazy? No. With all love. Because I understand, I got compassion. Like God said. God said, let there be light, and there was light. I trust that man. The man who said that, I trust him. I trust him because that's our only hope. God is our only hope. People be thinking it's this and that. No, God. God is going to help us to win. They just don't want you to just start linking up with God, because they're like, this person ain't never been religious. For how long? Why are you going to act like they all this today? You will recognize the ammunition of your enemies get bigger and bigger as you get bigger and bigger, because your enemies are really trying to stick in the game with you. They're really trying to throw you off. They're trying to do things that they're trying to do things that they're trying to invest in your failure. These people are investing in your failure. This is why they hating. They saying, man, if this person don't fail, then I'm gonna fail. And that's what's going on out here. You'll be highly surprised, chosen one, that they're right up in your face and running that game on you. They're really running that game on you. And you can't differentiate a family pretender from a family member. You can't differentiate a family member or a family pretender from a total enemy. Watch how they move. I always say, watch how they move. Look at them. They're more obvious than we gave credit for. Give them their credit, chosen ones. Give them that credit. Give them a look. Chosen ones, give them merit and accept that these persons hate me. They don't just hate me, but they hate what I symbolize. They hate that I symbolize somebody who can scare them into a place that they don't want to face. Understand what I'm saying? Understand that these people, day in and day out, rely on your forgetfulness. They rely on you forgetting things. Oh, he gonna act all tough today. He gonna forget this tomorrow. Yeah, he gonna put his guard down and he gonna do this, and then we're gonna catch him. Because guess what? They're highly dependent on your weaknesses. But what happens when the chosen ones develops their backbone and grit? See, the enemy want to wear you down over time. They see you as lackadaisical. They see you as lackadaisical. This guy, he's not really going to stand on that like that. He's not really going to be an almighty chosen one in the face of everybody and just stand on that like that. He going to get comfortable. He going to run back to pornography. He going to run back to food addiction. He going to run back to approval. He going to run back to just accepting life in the way that it's in the way that it's been, and in the way that it be being towards people. He's not going to be an outstanding character. He's not going to be a grade a grade A student of life. He's not going to study the game. He's not going to learn narcissism to the point where he's really breaking us down. He's not going to learn this stuff. Because as long as I'm here, I'm about to set up 25 new traps all up in his face. And they're going to be so in his face that he's not going to be able to see him if he's seen them. He's going to be looking right at the enemy, and he just going to be just thinking it's a friend. He's going to be thinking this life is friendly. But then they get real scared and shook, chosen ones, when you really be standing on stuff. But even if they get scared and shook, don't care. God said, stand still and trust that I'm God. Simple. But guess what? They want to get up in your mind and make you forget that what God said. So then they could turn around and use the scripture against you because they studied the scripture because they're evil. Hey, God said honor your parents. And I'm not honoring you though, but God said honor your parents. God also said don't provoke your kids to stress. And you're being provoking me for the last 5 months to a year. But see, they really acting biased. They really acting very biased. The biasness is at an all-time high. This is why you got to cut them people off. Look, chosen ones, I ain't gonna lie. A real man or a real woman is not accepting any biasness in his life. If a situation seems biased, they gotta really stand with the people they talking about that they like to run to in situations. If you really saying, oh well, I'm just gonna have you in this effed up position where, and this is why when I'm flirting with women chosen ones, I promise you, as soon as another guy come in there and start, as soon as it's more than just me talking to her, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna let them talk because chances are she don't like none of them guys. She just she just is about to bask in the comfortability of her not having to do no work, or she's about to bask in the comfortability of it's four guys talking and it's just me as a girl in this joint. I'm not that guy. Talk to them guys, bro, and quickly realize that you don't like them at all. Because if I stay here, I'm gonna be the one you who make you think that you like. I'm gonna make you think that because you got options that they're good options. Because people think because they got more options that the options be good and it don't be good still. And none of the options be good. All the guys be trash. But because it's in this situation, you think that you got something going. I'm not mad at that. You feel me? All, for your confidence and stuff. But I need you to recognize that I'm one of a kind, and you're never going to recognize that if I play a game that has to do with biasness. Meaning we're all guys are in here, but you about to act like you're higher than thou now because it's more guys than women, and you the only girl. So you about to act like, look at all these guys that surrounded me type deal. And I'm like, well, I don't got time for that because it's like a give and a take. It's like a trade. It's not a fair trade. You know what I'm saying? I'm trading every time. I'm wasting my time. It's a bad investment. A wise friend once said to me, you know how it be, bro, when you just go somewhere and you're the only person who go and you get free gifts and stuff? I was like, I was lying like a mug. I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, for real, that's life. When you go places by yourself, you get treated better. You come with your homies, no, stopped at the door. When it's a bunch of group of guys trying to talk to a girl and we got this secret code where we all talking, yeah, bro, da 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 da, but everybody trying to look like this or that because it's a girl there. But the truth be told, she only want the one who don't care, or the two that don't care. So I'm gonna remove myself every chance I get, family. I'm gonna always remove myself from a situation that my worth is not. If I'm not in a trophy case, in a situation, I don't want to play. Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm a sore loser. Leave me alone. I don't want to compete with nobody on earth. I just want to be respected or neglected. Like just don't even deal with me if it's a chance that of that. Because guess what? I don't got time for that because guess what? My time is valuable to me. It don't gotta be valuable to you. It's valuable to me. So every chance I get, I'm always gonna move on my own. Like I'm always going to uh, 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 put my time where it deserves to be. I'm a wise investor. While these guys are scavenging, trying to figure out who gonna get the girl, who not, I'm already talking to other women because this girl don't even know her own worth probably. While we're all scavenging over Jezebel, all you doing is empowering her ego. Look at these four guys. I know that they're only talking like this because they really want this at the end of the day, but they all sitting around here trying to act like that. They try to act like they really care about my situation and the stuff I'm talking about. Bro, I'm not doing that. Because if I don't care, then I really I'm telling you right now, if I don't care, I'm not acting like I care. Because what am I doing? I'm training you to play me. I'm not about to train you to play me. I'm going to train you to know not to play with me. And a lot of people can't live in that family because it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable when every time you come around, they can't be running game no more. They got to actually chill out because they know that you know. They know that you know. And so it inspires a lot of people to either mess with you or really get out your life. Just like when you start fasting and stuff, and you inspire those worms and stuff to come out of your body because they can't no longer. It's you're not full of ish. You're not full of ish. It's nothing for them to eat. They're dying. So you inspire them to either die or get out. And that's how it would be. You know what I'm saying? These women gonna play y'all if y'all keep playing around. A great rapper said, if you playing, you gonna get played. All that playing gonna get you played. For real. Because there comes a point in time in life where you're not playing at all. And if it don't come that point, then God gonna make it come. I just went a whole hour. I didn't even mean to do that. But this is real talk. And I hope it resonates with somebody because at the end of the day, especially as men over 18 and whatnot, you either about to take yourself serious or you not, brother. Because at the end of the day, that's what just like I said, like, would we care if a worm was in our body if it went in there and it might have messed up something or whatever at one point, but it came in there and it ate certain stuff, but then it left and then like what I'm trying to get y'all to see, like, everything ain't always the end of the world and it ain't bad. But if you realize you got a big tapeworm in you and it's in there for 5 years, it's been in there just making sure you don't have the energy that you should have in life, making sure you don't think at the rate that you like, it's just pulling from certain stuff. You're like, bro, you have to die off. And if you don't, then I have to what you call it? Fast. Get you up out of there. That's how life is. It's not going to move by itself. It needs you to motivate it. It needs you to work on it. It needs you to put that energy into it. You got to face things that feel highly uncomfortable. Like, you think I want to leave out the situation with a pretty girl and just because other guys coming in there? You think I want to leave? I don't. I want to stay there just like the rest of the guys, and I want to keep on trying to be the guy. But trying to be the guy paradoxically makes me trying to be something that I'm not, because if I'm really that guy, then I'm not trying to do anything. And I promise to God, I can't speak for everybody else, but I don't have too many women liking me in my life for me to ever try to compete. Because, like I said, it paradoxically goes against you being the guy. You can't have your cake and eat it too. If you say you that guy, then you should be able to walk away. If you say, "Oh, I'm my own boss," why are you working a 9 to 5? We got to get to the point where we're no longer asking, we're telling. Pick him or me, or I'm not even telling you. I'm just moving, and you know what I'm saying. Well, because I'm leaving. But if it's not like that, family, then you got some parasitical situations going on. I don't need for her to shut her whole life down to choose me. But I'm not about to play this muddling, middling game where I'm like, flirt with you, whatever, but I'm gone. I'm gone. Because chosen ones, you should have so much value in your own self. And a lot of people sit around there wonder, where's all this going? Where all my value going? Where my whole day going to? Where my energy at? Where's my motivation? Where's it's going to that porn, it's going to that food, and it's going to them females. Don't sit here and play stupid. Don't sit here and play stupid and talk about, I don't know, I don't got no energy. I just don't feel like I'm like, you sitting on around watching Andrew Tate get rich. And then you come, everybody care about Andrew Tate. Why can't you be the next one? Because you're going to wait for life to come and somebody to come down on a vine and tell you to get right. But you got to learn how to do it when nobody talking to you. How you get right anyway? You got to develop eyes in the back of your head. You got to be able to see what you're not doing and what it is that you suck at. Without a female telling you, without a friend telling you, without a mother telling you, without a motivational coach telling you, you got to develop the want to see the invisible mistakes on the chessboard. What is the thing I keep doing? Because it's typically only one thing. What is the thing I keep doing? Like I said, you can have 1,000 worms in your body. You get that right one out of you. Rest of them mugs dying off too. Because there was a mother one in there. Look, I'm telling you, bro, like, that's how it be. You can't get women. Why? It be one thing. I know a lot of y'all was younger when y'all used to go to school. Y'all was in middle school. And a lot of them girls, you know what I'm saying, things just seem a little funny, whatever. Like, you're not getting a lot of attention, whatever, from females. You get a haircut. You go back to school. You really that guy for the next 2 weeks. All because a haircut, $15? And it's still like that. Just like when she go get them nails done. When she go get them, it's the same thing. But the only difference now, chosen ones, is that if you're a noble thinker, you're not going to give in to temptations. So it's women that's going to say, oh, you got your haircut, you look cute, but I'm not really feeling you. I don't like you still. And it's going to break that guy. And then it's the guys who going to say, oh, you look good. Okay, she got the body. Okay, da-da-da. But I'm still not about to waste my time. Because he making it all about himself. And he's sacrificing what he want for what he need. And a lot of people, that's their breaking point because then they can't stop thinking about that ass. Because they don't watch so much pornography in their life that's all they could think about is these famous, Tiana Trump, Roxy Reynolds, da 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 da. These that freaked them out. They've been freaked out. And they're never to return back to that pureness that they had when they was really that guy. We live in a world full of leeches. Everybody getting rich off your misery. If you stay pure, then how am I gonna make some money? I need you to have a weakness that I can tend to. So I could get more money. I can't sell no weed if you're not addicted. My phone not jumping. She can't steal your energy if she ain't throwing sex around. If she don't bring sex up in the conversation, you probably wouldn't even look at her or talk to her. And that's why they be treating y'all the way they treating y'all. Because she know that that's a weakness. And it's a traditional weakness from back in the day. And it's been going on forever. And you still don't see it in your face. How many chances are you going to ask the world to give you? Like, we always see the ending of someone's life, or we always see the tragedy, and we don't never ask ourselves how many times could they have bettered themselves before that happened? Because we don't care. Because we're taught to look at drama and soap opera. Drama, the synonym for drama means downfall, doubts, double trouble. Drama. Situation don't even be that bad. But because you've been watching so much drama all your life, people think that the energy they don't put into stuff don't blow it up. We an hour and I'm about to get out of here. But for real, man, this is crazy. We got to take stock of everything we do. See, a lot of y'all, I'm going to tell y'all this before I go. A lot of y'all feel like, oh, my father wasn't there. Or y'all looking at the miscue. And not only are y'all looking at it, but through music and interviews of people who made it, they recondition you over and over again and keep looking at that. And to look at it in a way where, because as young kids, you really don't care about that. You're not thinking about that at all. A little bit, but not really. But when you keep seeing that that's a commonality amongst people, it starts to feel like it's kind of okay because everybody going through it, but then it's kind of like, what am I missing? But then you see other people who got it, and you see how they standing on principle and they standing in a certain strength, and it's unfair. But what I'm saying is that it's not unfair at the same time because it's paradoxical. It's power in your perspective. Life is funny and it's odd, and it just depends on how you're looking at it. That's why I like to debate. That's why I like to debate, and I like to go challenging what people thinking, because typically it's like it's a chink in there somewhere or a loophole. Because at the end of the day, it's like evolution depends on that. So things don't go forward without that. So I'm always looking like at the end of the day, good go from bad all the time, and bad go from good, and good go to bad all the time. It just depends on how long you're gonna stay in that bad, or how long. It just depends on how you dancing with it. Like, if you're caught and stuck on it and you don't want to go to bad or you don't want to go to good, then you're not really dancing. You don't got to get caught on the good or the bad. I'll make one bad video. Get over it. Get over it. You say the wrong thing to a girl. Get over it. Talk to the next girl. But you gotta learn how to peep. What am I putting too much importance on, and why? And how am I gonna clean this up? And how am I gonna push forward? How am I gonna make myself great again? Because it's typically 25 ways that you can attack that one problem. Whatever you got in your mind right now of a problem, it's probably 25 different ways you can attack it. But you're being lazy and you want life to just kind of like give you you want life to work with you versus for you to just work for yourself 100%. You don't really want to carry that load the way you think. You just think that being an entrepreneur is easy. So you think that let me go ahead and be an entrepreneur because this seems more easy. But you don't recognize that you gotta build yourself in such a way that you're steadfast. You don't realize that you have to really put your all into it. You don't realize the lay of the land. You don't know how many shots Michael Jordan took in his life. You just don't know. And you will never know. But you should want to know. You think this stuff be easy. You think flirting is easy with women. You think bettering everything. Ain't nothing easy. Ain't nothing easy. And then you got people snapping at your toes while you trying to get right. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna see you on the next video. Just be a thinker. Please be a thinker. We don't know how much time we spend not thinking and just acting and living in the moment. And dedicate yourself to being a thinker. Like, watch situations and think before you do anything, and just be better. Like, be a voyager of being better. Be that guy for a couple months. Be that guy, be that woman who always says to themselves, let me really try for once. Maybe you tried before, but try again. But let me really try this time. Let me really try to be at the top. You know what I'm saying? Let me be let me be the best I could really be versus just being average. And let me see what that does for me. I'm gonna see you in the next video. I'm out.